I am so excited for this spa day. Candles lit, music on, hot tub warm and ready. And then my chronic hives come back. Again, in the middle of my spa day. What a wet blanket. Looks like another spell of itchy red skin. If you have chronic spontaneous urticaria, or CSU, there is a different treatment option. Hives during my next spa day? Not if I can help it. Learn more at treatmyhives.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary, not available in all states or situations.
Sunday morning. Well, a lot of things are happening in New York. The governor's race? No. The governor's race is in New Jersey. The mayor's race. With us today is Governor Paterson. And Governor, you tell us what the heck is going on.
Well, since we talked last week, John, what I would say is remember that old TV show called That Was the Week That Was? And that's exactly what happened here in New York. Wednesday night in Queens, the three candidates that are still standing running for mayor were on the stage. And Zoran Mandani, who in the polls is ahead right now, had a number of canned remarks that he brought with him to harass Governor Andrew Cuomo. Curtis Lewa was, I thought, quite strong on the issues that are obviously going to face the city if it would be that he becomes mayor. And then the former governor himself, we in the studio, meaning yourself, Rita Cosby, Judge Weinberg, Tony Carbonetti, and me, concluded that he was the best debater. He explained how government works beautifully. I mean, he should have taught at some school. He made a number of promises that would be not hard to keep. And he really, I think, tried to appeal to a wider scope of Democrats than Zoran Mandani is fielding. Meanwhile, Mr. Mandani, according to everyone that could see the debate, was sweating profusely after the first few questions and did seem to stammer and falter at different points. Hopefully this is true because this would make the margin between him and Governor Cuomo less, because I believe if Governor Cuomo can get that margin down to 7 points, that he can win.
I know that the governor that Governor Cuomo is after you to endorse him too, and WABC has endorsed him officially. What's going on in the community? He's getting a lot of endorsements from so many places.
Yeah, he is, and he'll get mine. We had a little mix-up the other day, and we weren't able to do it. And he called me. Everything is cool. We're going to get that done. And he, really seems to have learned from some of his past experiences. The only thing that happened is that his campaign let a video out that was an AI video, and it was, pretty disgusting, the way they portrayed the other candidates and that kind of thing. So he had to kind of apologize for that. But the good part is that he did apologize for it, as opposed to in the past, sometimes when things would happen, he would just try to find one little issue, and that's how he would get rid of the criticism. But he's, really matured, and I think is they came at him with what you thought they would come out about the sexual harassment and that kind of thing. And but he just, calmly told them no charges were ever brought. And in our society, no matter what you think really went on, you have to respect that the law enforcement did not take that to any other level.
Yes, and the one thing he pointed out that some of the ladies were exaggerating or doing, not saying the right thing, And when it came time to have a trial, one of those women refused to go to trial and just dropped it.
She didn't want to commit perjury.
That's it.
I would assume.
Yes.
And by the way, I thought it was horrible that Assemblyman Mamdani brought one of the other women that worked for Governor Cuomo and had her sit in the audience. I think that was really, it was like the time that Donald Trump got some of the women who had issues with President Clinton, and he had them come to a debate. We're here to hear the issues. We're here to pick the candidates. We're not here to see who can do the most low-class thing, and I didn't think
the other
the
thing
audience appreciated
got me
that at all.
At the debate night was the fact that Mamdani he did not show up for 80% of the votes. Oh, my God, you're going to make this guy mayor?
80% of the votes while a member of the assembly, and he was only there for 2 years. He passed, I believe, 5 bills. And that's almost hard to do because when you become a member of the legislature, usually toward the end of the first year, they take a few of your bills and pass them. Nothing that's going to change the world that much, but now you can go back to your constituents and say you passed these bills. Somehow he went through 2 legislative sessions, not just 1 year, but 2 2-year sessions, and could only come up with 5 bills and had 4 or 5 staff members. And listen, he's very bright. He debates well. He knows the issues, but it just you just fear that someone like him would be running the city unless they chose such a stellar cabinet as mayor that you would feel more comforted by who's there. He did say in the debate that he would like to keep Commissioner Tisch in charge of the police department.
Yeah, but I don't think my feeling, she will not work for him.
Very interesting, John. I'm going to make a note of that because a lot of your feelings come true.
I know. Well, Governor Paterson, we're out of time. Let's talk some more. Only 10 days to go for the election, and we'll talk again real soon.
Let's make it happen.